it down, we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. Can't let it fade. We got a sparkle in our eyes. Can't let it wait. I'm counting down until we start. We're renegades. We come to play. Yeah, we play hard. Run it down, we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. I toast to you and I toasted a wild. To you and I. To you and I. I'm on the edge. Feels like I've been walking on ice. Wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. Run it down, we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. I toast to you and I toasted a wild one. To you and I. To you and I feel the party coming on, and I know you'll come along when you hear it in your ear. Yeah, I know you're feeling the way we're moving. Nothing can stop it. We gon' let off heat. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. We are back. Hope everyone had a lovely Martin Luther King long weekend. It was lovely to have the day off.
It was so lovely to have a long weekend. I love that we're coming back with a 4-day work week. There's just no better feeling in the world.
I just didn't even realize it was a 4-day work week because I know I've said this a million times and I probably jinxed myself, but I do think I will look back on my career and this will be the single most important week of my life.
True.
Camp Toast
At
tickets.
least it's a short week. That's so you.
I know, of course, like doing the most in the littlest amount of time. We have Camp Toast tickets pre-sale today.
I'm wearing my Camp Toast sweatshirt to get into the spirit.
And general public on sale on Wednesday.
You're struggling.
I'm having a stroke. Wednesday night, I'm performing at Caroline's. Can't wait to see you guys there. Thursday, I'm performing at Bergen Pack, and I will be filming that show, which I'm really excited about. And then Saturday, I'm at the Beacon Theater, and you know what? I've got a tickle in my throat, and I'm worried about it.
You're gonna self-care. Like, we might have to move
This
shows
is hot
around
water
this
with
week.
lemon.
We might have to move shows around this week if she needs to sleep in. Like, TBD. We'll have shows for you every day, obviously, but the priority is the Beacon. I'm sorry.
No, and I've been having nightmares for the last 2 weeks about it.
The Beacon. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, I don't know. Look it up, sweetie.
It's this small little theater in New York City.
It's like this liberal arts school, you know. I had a nightmare about the Beacon last night, and I've been having them all week, and it's just.
It's like your wedding.
Yes, by the way, I'm having the same types of dreams. I used to have nightmares about my wedding, that it was the wedding and everything was going wrong and I couldn't get it back. And that's exactly the type of dreams I'm having about the Beacon.
I mean, I think that's really normal. Get used to them for the next few nights and then it'll all be behind you and we'll be talking about the show in hindsight. Isn't that crazy?
No, by the way, it's so crazy. And I'm really looking forward to the curtain closing, you know?
Yes.
That's going to be the best moment of my life.
We have a big party planned.
Big party.
It's just going to be, it's all going to be so fun.
But your nails are so long. Your hair is so long. I'm so jealous of all
my things growing.
Yeah, because my nails are all broken. My hair is all short. I have the sore throat and I'm looking like a ratchet Barbie doll over here.
No, it's okay. I must look better than I feel. As I was starting to allude to last week, I'm not really feeling myself.
Yes, I remember.
But today is the first day of getting back to being Snatchio. Speaking of being snatched, the Snatchler new episode is up. Claudia and I did not watch The Bachelor last night. We won't be talking about it today. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. Maybe not. So if you want to talk all things Bachelor, head over to The Snatchler.
Heard it was a great episode.
I'm going to listen because I haven't caught up with the Snitch, and I feel like I learned more about her on The Snatchler than I do when I FaceTime her.
Yeah, no, I know everything about The Snatchler just based on our FaceTimes.
Yeah, no, but there's things in there that she doesn't tell her own sister. She only tells Snatchler Nation.
Right, but she loves a good FaceTime.
Oh, she loves it. And she loves to hang up on a FaceTime.
Oh my God, I'm
So
the
do
queen.
you,
Yeah,
though.
I know. Jackie and I were both in Mexico this weekend, which was just such a weird coincidence.
Such a weird coincidence. We were supposed to be on the same flight, second leg home.
Yeah, we told you guys how excited we were, but I took a later flight. I was just not well. The third night.
Everyone on the plane was asking about you. I was like, you guys would have loved her. Like,
Oh my God. By the way,
they
when
were
you said
so excited to meet you.
when you were at 5 o'clock, you were like, I just got home, and I was like still in Detroit. Like I wanted to die.
I know.
But
I felt like so great about my choices.
Mexico is such a beautiful country, and I'm like, damn, why don't we ever go there more? Oh, now I know why. It's so hard to get to. It's really like a West Coast. It's like the Miami of the West Coast. So I get why, and everyone on my trip was pretty much from LA. So like I get why people go. It's so easy. And I was like, damn, it was really so beautiful. And I was like, I would totally vacation here more, except it took me 12 hours to get home.
So hard to get to the west side of Mexico. You can go to the east side, but then you're going to Cancun, and it's like, we're not spring breakers.
No.
So, no, Cabo. I'd never been to Cabo before.
Me
Have you
neither.
been?
No.
Stunning.
Literally
Stunning.
and the hotels are like so well done, and it's just every time I go to Mexico I'm like, I should go more, and then I go on the flight home, I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, or if you want to go more, like you have to go for a long stretch of time because
Yeah.
that's the only way like a 12-hour travel day is worth it.
No, it was so treacherous. I know everyone's like dying to know about my trip. Gwyneth was not there. Like I showed up and they're like, Gwyneth didn't come. I'm like, what?
So did you pack your bags and go home?
No, I was like, I traveled 12 hours for you people, for you nobodies. No, I'm kidding. It was actually so much fun. And like the reason I switched my flight is because it's like a really like scheduled out weekend. It's like there's a lunch party, there's a night party, and so the third night is always like the best night, and it was a white party, and they flew in all the staff and food from Bagatelle Saint-Tropez, and they were like the bottle service, like, and like I wasn't waking up at 7 a.m. to get on the flight. I just wasn't, because it was 2 a.m. and my eyes were rolling to the back of my head. So like me and Ben really drunkenly on the beach, like bought some Delta flight that took us through Detroit. And you know what? I'm not even upset because I had the best night. Like it was so much fun. You know, when like I didn't run out of energy. I'm such like a bad partier because I'm like tired after 5 minutes, especially with the dancing. But I was like, it was like my wedding. I was like at the dance floor all night, like really just like turning the place up. It was stunning. It was
This is your
really
wedding week.
This is my wedding week. And it was probably irresponsible of me to party so much, but I had such a good time. I have absolutely no regrets.
And you know what? You only live once, truly. And just like you said, this is the most important month. And like, if you only half-ass all of the important things, including partying, then like, you'll look back and be like, oh, why didn't I put the pedal to the metal?
No, I am like giving 150% to everything this week. And mark my words, like on Sunday this week, like you will not hear from me.
Should we take off Monday?
I think so.
Okay, we'll see about that. Anyways, I'm so happy to be back though. Honestly, I feel like so much stuff happened, but I was so unplugged. Like I didn't watch the SAG Awards, but I obviously have analyzed that picture of Brad and Jen, like zoomed all the way
I
the
didn't
fuck
even know
in.
that the SAG Awards were televised. I thought it was like one of those quiet ones.
No, you watched them last year, and I remember you said like you were impressed by them. I think it was like Meghan Mullally hosted.
Oh, she's great, yeah.
Yeah. They're always like because no one really expects much, I think people really enjoy them. The fashion was totally there.
You know who I've been loving, has been doing on his Instagram stories, is Brad Goreski. Just taking high quality images on his Instagram story, being like, do we love it or we hate it? And it's a great way to see all the outfits, because like just being on Twitter and stuff, like you're not going to find everything. So great plug for Brad Goreski's Instagram.
Did he make any comments, or he's just asking how we feel?
He was just asking.
I'm going to need commentary.
Yeah, you know, Scotty Kuna does one too, and he's a fucking savage.
That's what I need. Sorry.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Speaking of Brad Goreski, I read Gary Janetti's book on the way to Cabo, and I was crying.
Really?
Crying, laughing. Oh my God, it was so funny, so quick, so good, so smart. I'm ready for book 2 because it only covers like up until the point. He doesn't even talk about once he started getting successful. It's really just about like the years where he was like either a kid or like struggling.
Right, if we just suffer through the struggling years, we want the rich years too.
Right, I want to hear the rich stories.
Yeah.
At each chapter, it's like a collection of stories. Oh my God, I was crying when he talks about being a waiter and having to sing the happy birthday song. But because he wasn't like, he never joined other waiters when they were singing the happy birthday song.
No one would join
for him. And I was literally had tears coming out of my eyes.
Man, that's so funny. Now I'm going to read it.
You would love it.
Okay.
You guys, it's so like short, quick. It's perfection. It's just like a perfect little like piece of candy.
Right. It's so cute and yellow too, the book.
Well, I read it on my Kindle. I wouldn't know.
Oh.
And then I started reading the book that I was talking about that Rebecca said is her favorite book, called I Am Pilgrim. And I was like, okay, let me read about like a woman's journey on the way. Mayflower. Not that.
Of course.
It's a CIA spy novel, like post 9/11 terrorism. It's fucking crazy. It's so long. It's 700 pages.
Oh my God.
I've been reading it all weekend. I'm only halfway through. I just like, I had no idea what I was reading.
Right.
I'm really enjoying it because it's a really good book, but like, For the first, like, I don't know, 10%, I thought it was about a woman, and then they used a pronoun. I was like, this is a man?
Oh, what?
Yeah, because I thought, like, I don't know, I just assumed it was
I am
a woman.
pilgrim, yeah. I guess we just picture pilgrims as women.
Yeah, it was just, it's crazy. But it's really good. I would recommend it.
Is multiple pilgrims?
Yeah, of
Pilgram?
course. Pilgrims.
Are you sure?
Pilgrims, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's only one pilgrim.
Okay, towards the end of the show, we got a ton of questions. We're going to do a quick segment at the end about Camp Toast, about people who haven't been or they just have questions about it. We got all your questions from Instagram, so if you're watching live and you have any questions you want to ask us about Camp Toast, head over to our Instagram story and we'll do a little Q&A at the end of the episode to get you all ready to go for Camp Toast.
Because at 12 o'clock, tickets go on sale on Patreon. We have no idea if they're going to sell out or not, so
it's
if
possible.
you want to guarantee that you get a ticket, I would head over to Patreon. That's just my advice. Otherwise, tomorrow at noon.
Yeah. Okay, so should
we? That felt like, I guess,
right?
I don't have the time.
We're looking around.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's go for it. It's
Do
time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And it feels very appropriate that today's episode would be brought to you by Scentbird because my weekend was brought to you by Scentbird. Like when you're hanging out with cool people in LA, you can't be all smelly. So I had little purses with all my little Scentbird perfumes. It was really just a premium experience. Have you ever gone up to someone and asked, "You smell amazing. What perfume are you wearing?" Scent is the most powerful sense you have. It can bring on a flood of memories, influence your mood, and of course, enhance your natural style. But while you're looking for that signature scent that will make you stand out and keep the memory of you lingering on, your taste can be expensive. And buying a full bottle of perfume anytime you want to try something new can be a hit or a miss. With Scentbird, you can have great taste and mix up your fragrance routine without breaking the bank. Whether it's Tom Ford, Gucci, or Versace, Scentbird.com keeps you smelling good month after month. Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service for perfumes and colognes that has more than 600 designer brands for you to choose from every month. Choose the perfume you want to try, and they'll send you a 30-day supply. If you're not sure what type of scent you're looking for, you can sort and find your new fragrance by brand, style, occasion, season, and more. Plus, they have products from other categories like skincare, wellness, and makeup. They carry brands like Kopari, Glam Glow, Glow Recipe, Tarte, and many others. And with our exclusive offer just for our listeners, you can get 30% off your first month today. That's only $10 for your first fragrance. Make sure you have the new offer, you guys. It's scentbird.com/Steen, and the promo code is Steen for 30% off your first month. That's SCENT bird.com/Steen to sign up and use our promo code Steen, STEEN, to find your first perfume or cologne for just $10. Sign on, smell amazing.
I freaking love Scentbird. I love signing on, and I love smelling amazing.
I really love smelling amazing.
Okay, first story, Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt break the internet majorly, 2020 SAG Awards with the hand-holding, and then the subsequent, him watching her speech.
Right, which Jason Kennedy from E! was the one lucky enough to capture.
Oh my God. Okay, let's
talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Exactly. Let's take it from the top. These pictures of them holding hands and being so happy to see each other. It's just sort of what we've been manifesting for the past year.
Have we? I don't ship this really.
No, I don't ship it because, and I actually, I was looking at Jared Freed's Instagram and he posted something so pertinent where he was imagine your friend came to brunch one morning. She was like, "I'm thinking about getting back together with my ex who cheated on me with one of our friends and left to have a bunch of kids with her and now wants to get back together." You wouldn't be like, "Yes, we stand."
No, and the whole internet championing Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, I love Brad Pitt, but what he did to Jen was wrong, and she has way too much self-respect. And why are we championing her? She won an award, and all we can talk about is she's holding hands with her ex-boyfriend. How little do we think of her?
No, I think we think very highly of her, and it's just we all have just forgotten what happened.
I just don't ship at all from his perspective or from hers.
I know.
And I know what he did to her was terrible, but I love him so much, and I just don't see her with him or him with her.
It's just really complicated. What he did was so awful, but I love him so much.
It's how does America's Sweetheart do the most vile thing? Is he still America's Sweetheart? Yes.
Yes.
But it's I stan Brad Pitt till the day I die. But I do not recommend this relationship for either of them.
No, I don't either. But I recommend happiness for both of them. And if that's what that hand holding is a bit of happiness, then that's what they should have.
You know what just sucks is so Jennifer Aniston got broken up with 20 years ago? About 10?
10.
And she's been on the cover of every magazine as it pertains to her ex-boyfriend for the last 10 years. And I almost felt we were starting to get out of it. But then he got divorced, now this picture. And it's she just bought herself another 10 years on the cover of Us Weekly.
No, it's so crazy. Us Weekly, it's going to feast for years over this photo. For years.
This story was almost coming to an end, kind of. But now it's we're not even close. Her and Brad are tabloid trash fodder for the next 10 years. And I hope she's happy with herself.
I mean,
I really
she
do.
seems really happy with herself. She seems so happy and like just bright and like exuding.
She won
Yeah, for the morning show.
Morning show. Who is she up against? Maisel?
Oh, I guess a female actor in a drama series. Yeah, that would also be Crown people.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough category.
Yeah,
Shocking.
really shocking. But she is great on that show.
Yeah. She didn't win the Golden Globe, though.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and he won too, which is like bodes really well for the Oscars. Each time he makes a speech, it's just like,
Chilling.
huh? And I could go for an Oscar speech from him, like just because this is the only time we're ever going to hear from him, unless he chooses to do another podcast like ours.
I know, that was a bit-
but we don't get to hear from him. So like, this is just such a treat.
It's a window into the life of Brad Pitt. Hashtag, who is Bradley Pitt?
I don't know. He's just, I think honestly, he's a simple man with simple needs and just with a big heart,
And
and
he's
he wants to share it.
And he needs a simple girl.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't think that includes you and I.
Oh no. I wouldn't suggest myself.
Oh, I
but
would.
I
would
would
suggest myself.
suggest. It's so hard. We do this all the time.
He's the eternal
Lawrence.
bachelor. Jennifer Lawrence, yeah. But when it comes to Jennifer Aniston, like just really quick rebuttal, I was in Mexico this weekend, and I guess Netflix in Mexico is different than Netflix in America, and they still had friends. And I just want to say my life was so much better. Like, shame on Netflix for doing that to us.
But soon it's coming back.
Yeah, allegedly.
HBO Max.
How long are we going to talk about it?
I don't know. Just like we talk about these things, and it feels like they're never going to happen, and then one day they just pop up.
Right, like Disney Plus.
Right.
Have you tried Disney Plus?
We have it. I didn't see anything that I wanted to like sit down to commit to, but I think I'm going to watch the High School Musical reboot because I've heard really good things.
I mean, that song that went viral on TikTok from it is so good.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
Oh, shit. It's going to bother me. It's really good. It's like this beautiful song. Okay, I can't remember it, but
also,
it's really good.
Okay, I'm excited to watch it. Also, I felt like I was on the set of HSM2 this weekend, and it
With your
just
golf cart?
really got me. Like, no, it just the whole place looked like bed on it. It was crazy, but it wasn't filmed there.
No.
And it just really got me in the mood for some HSM. Also, like Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens, like being they're the similar.
They're like the younger Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, and
Yeah.
honestly, the people championing both these relationships is E! News, and they have to stop because like I don't really ship Zac Efron and Vanessa Ann Hudgens, excuse me. I don't.
Well,
Like, why are we championing people to go back to relationships? Like, they ended for a reason.
I don't know. Like
Maybe they were
Maybe they had to
toxic.
grow. You know, maybe they had to go their own way.
Oh
But
God.
now,
okay.
but now they're all in this together. I don't know.
Maybe. Honestly,
Honestly, it sounds right.
it does.
Okay. Next story is just there's been a lot of crazy like Megxit developments over the weekend, but we're getting to a place of we know where we stand. And Harry made a speech on Sunday night. He went to an event and he addressed what was going on. Now, I didn't watch the speech, but I read a transcription. So
And this was after the Queen released a statement that they will be
no longer His Royal Highness and Her Royal Highness.
right.
So the Duke of Sussex has said he is taking a leap of faith in stepping back from being a senior royal, adding there was really no other option. Speaking at an event on Sunday evening, Prince Harry said he and Meghan had hoped to continue serving the Queen, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible, he said. It was, I guess like they didn't want the public's money because they probably wanted to make their own money, but he couldn't do that while still being a member of the royal
Right. They wanted the
family.
best of both worlds.
Right. So it was his first speech since the couple said they wanted to stand down from being full-time working royals. The prince said he had found the love and happiness that I had hoped for all my life with Meghan, and he wanted to make it clear that they were not walking away. Okay, a lot of people were very moved by his speech. He talks about, how the country and the people have always, been like so supportive of him, taking him in as their own, like after Princess Di died.
Princess Di died.
Right. And he says like they had no other choice. He alludes at one point to it being the media being the reason, but he never really explains what sort of position they were backed into where they had no other choice.
Right. I mean, again, this is like my cross to bear in this lifetime is I really have no idea how to feel on the situation. Like, are they thirst monsters or do they just want a real life? And she's just like a mom and a dad protecting their son. I truly don't know. All I have to say is like she's being paparazzi now, like walking her dogs and carrying the baby. And it's like, that's the life she wanted and that's the life she got. Go you, sis. You can call the Paps now because you live on private property.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm better than I was last week over this. Like, and the Queen seems okay, and I feel like where the chips are falling, where they may, like, I think the monarchy is going to be okay, and that's really my concern here.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, as long as we let the chips
Fall
fall where they may, I think we'll be okay. And that's truly how I feel.
And also, as long as like the monarchy is intact, I guess I'm just like such a royalist who knew.
I know, but you know what? Like, I don't think the monarchy could ever not be intact.
Yes, it could. You just wake up one day and it's like, it has no legitimacy because people are just coming and going as they please.
Well, that's true. Okay, I
and if
see
you look
that.
at other countries where like it's not like it is in Britain, and there's a reason for that.
Conspiracy theory. And this is totally unfounded, but I did read it. That and I guess this has been a popular conspiracy theory for a while. It was that Charles is not Harry's dad.
Oh yes, you've spoken about that.
Yeah, no, and so now like part of the reason that they're leaving or they're letting them leave is because he's not a real royal, and he was gonna like expose the DNA test, like get his 23andMe. So that's just what I heard. But again, conspiracy theory, total alleged.
Yeah, we've discussed that theory before about that other guy who looks
just like
Harry being his dad. And I wasn't convinced.
No, when you see pictures of Harry and William when they're kids, like they're totally brothers.
But I also think you could like find someone that looks like you and be like, oh,
Madeleine Petsch, like
yeah, she's my long lost
Scandal.
sister. But I guess like there was never any like thing linking.
Right.
You know, that guy like was
and like
ties.
not to speak ill of the dead, but Diana was quite promiscuous.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll know once they show it in The Crown.
Harry is like the Khloe Kardashian.
For sure. But like, where do you stand on that?
I stand on the fact that like Khloe Kardashian is like totally a Kardashian.
She's the most Kardashian of them all.
She started the Kardashian like vibe.
If
so
she's not a Kardashian, then none of them are.
Oh, can we speak really quickly about Mason Disick being on TikTok?
Sure.
And how he's, how there's the Hype House?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, on TikTok, like all these popular TikTokers moved into like a mansion in West Hollywood. No, sorry, Beverly Hills. And they like make content together, and like everyone just like is so caught up in the Hype House. Like they call themselves the Hype House. They have their own TikTok. Some of them have like 30 million followers. So now there's a new TikTok house called the YSB house. It's like the young sibling brother house or something. Mason Disick is in it. Jaden Smith is in it.
He lives in a house?
I think it might just be like a club. I don't think this one is like a physical house. But David Dobrik, who obviously everyone knows, did a TikTok this weekend with Courtney and Mason, kind of announcing Mason's arrival. And you have to watch Mason's TikToks. Like
I was watching some of them. It was so crazy because for some reason I just like when I see him and we don't hear him talk, I just assume that he like is a 30-year-old man who like goes to clubs.
Jackie, Jackie, when you're watching his TikTok, you realize that he is nothing of the sort. Like he's like
such a kid.
He's such a kid. Like he's so weird. Like his TikTok.
No, but it's like it's reassuring. I honestly assumed like he like
was growing up too
he's
fast.
Like, no, like on like PJs with Scott, like going to Miami,
Gold
like
chain,
going to the clubs, like going to like live.
And he recently like shot up. Like you really think of him as like a 30-year-old man because he's so tall. But you watch his TikToks and he's like vlogging and it's like, oh, he's just a normal kid.
He's American camper.
Totally.
Like, totally.
His TikToks are fucking premium. I really hope everyone goes and watches them. And now Courtney's on TikTok, I guess, because like Mason made her be on. It's actually hilarious seeing like kids, celebrities whose like kids make them go on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for this if it means that more Kardashian Jenners will get on TikTok and we get more content.
I feel like North would have a TikTok.
Totally.
Right?
I'm sure she has a fic-foc.
Private.
A private one. Okay, well, we'll keep you posted on Harry and Meghan. Like, this is just the beginning, but I'm glad that it's the end of the first chapter, and we all know how to move forward from this. And I'm feeling like a lot better and more settled about it. And I do look forward to seeing what they do because that's what we do on the show is talk about interesting people doing interesting things. So I hope it's interesting.
It seemed like things have quieted down.
Yeah.
Now this paparazzi picture of her where like her baby Jordan is like a little unhooked, like people are like mom shaming, like
no.
her hook is up, like who fucking cares? But she's also like walking two dogs at the same time, and like it does seem a little dangerous. But again, not here to mom shame, just pointing out the facts.
She's got a lot on her plate.
She's got a lot on her plate, but she was looking snatched. I wonder if she was wearing Thrive Cosmetics.
For sure she was.
Thrive Cosmetics products are made with high-performance, skin-loving ingredients and clinically proven formulas that highlight your best features with long-lasting wear. All products are formulated without parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. They are 100% vegan and cruelty-free, but the best part about Thrive Cosmetics is that they give back. They have a mission that is truly bigger than beauty. For every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates to help women thrive with a responsive, giving mission that supports nonprofit partners with a donation of funds or products. Their causes include women emerging from homelessness, surviving domestic abuse, and women fighting cancer. So it's just the best of both worlds in the words of Hannah Montana. You can buy something knowing that your money's going to a good cause, and then also you get snatch makeup products. Like their green mascara is just everything, you guys. Like I have been suffering ever since I burned my eyelashes off in the Utah fireplace gate of 2018, and I just haven't come back from it yet, but Thrive Cosmetics is really helping me. But we have an offer for you guys. When you have so many choices when it comes to beauty products, check out Thrive Cosmetics. I think you guys will really enjoy it. Start thriving. Help women in need today by going to thrivecosmetics.com/toast and use the code TOAST for 15% off your first purchase. That's Thrive, CAUSEMETICS.com/toast, code TOAST for 15% off. Thrivecosmetics.com/toast, code TOAST. PETA certified as completely vegan and cruelty-free. Check it out.
Sign on, check it out. Freaking love Thrive. Okay.
Love to thrive.
This next story is something that was just one of the bright spots of this weekend, and I think you're going to be excited to chat about it. The Jonas Brothers pay homage to risky business, Grease, and Say Anything in What a Man Gotta Do video. Okay, so not only did the Jonas Brothers put out an incredible song this weekend, they put out the video to match it.
Okay, I totally agree, but I obviously have some problems with it.
I have a few thoughts of how it could have been tweaked.
Well, hashtag where is Danielle Jonas? Like, they totally got
shafted.
Like, they didn't even get into the video until I think like the bridge, and then they were totally irrelevant. And like Nick Jonas just being like so thirsty with his thighs, like I just can't.
Stop. Like, I disagree. You don't work that hard on thighs like that just to not show them off.
It was just so obvious. Like, I'm sure Kevin and Joe have nice thighs too, and like they're not running around with their thighs. And then Nick tweeting like, "That's why you can't forget leg day."
That's funny.
I just like I'm so over him.
Okay, I'm so under him.
And they were so cringy. Like,
no, they were perfect.
I'm sorry,
she looked stunning.
I'm sorry.
And the fact that like she is literally Miss Universe, like I feel like she could have been a royal.
Was she Miss Universe?
Yes.
She definitely could have been a royal.
And she's in a Jonas Brothers music video, like in her undies. I'm so fucking here for it. I can't tell you.
No, I just don't know how you could watch that video and not think that, you know, Sophie and Joe are the number one couple in this group.
They're the number one couple in this group, but I have two notes about the video. Like, I really do think it would have been benefited if it was directed by Hannah Lux Davis. Like,
yeah, but it was a Joseph Kahn production, and Joseph Kahn is premium. He's up there.
I just like wasn't feeling, I feel like it could have been even better. And two, I wish the whole thing had been Grease, because the song is so Grease. Grease were the best parts. They could have reenacted. It was just distracting.
They all showed up at the dance. I totally agree.
Risky Business and Say Anything were distracting, and
Agreed.
It could have been 100% Grease, and then they could have used those themes for a different video.
Jackie, that is such a brilliant analysis.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
I mean, the Cha-Cha Di Gregorio of it all is just too much for me, because she was one of the most iconic characters in film history, and then Sophie Turner's out here playing her with black hair.
Sophie Turner is playing Cha-Cha and Sandy. Like, get you a girl who can do both. And it's like they understand that Sophie is the actress of our generation, and they're putting that to great use.
And then they all ended up at the dance, and like it kind of didn't make sense.
No, and like these two couples on the end are green screened in,
yes,
for sure.
You could tell.
And so it's like, did they not? Maybe they didn't want to film it together, and then that makes me scared. Like, the Jonas Brothers just got back together. Like, we can't deal with a separation.
That is like an interesting, albeit like a little paranoid assumption, but I kind of agree.
Okay, no, but think about it.
Why did they green
screen? If the one part of the video where they're all together, the couples are green screened. They did play on the band stage together.
Yeah.
But the wives weren't there for
right.
that. So is it the wives aren't getting along? That's what this video made me think.
That's very interesting. And like, I don't want to be paranoid, but I kind of agree.
You know?
But it was such a good video. And I just want to say, like, the song is so good and so cute. Like,
the song's incredible.
Their music is just now like all about like being, I hate when people like, who like obviously don't write their own music are like singing about like fucking in the club when like they're married with kids, you know?
100%.
Like, their music is now reflective of the time period in their lives. Like, what a man got to do to be totally locked up by you. Like, so cute, so sweet, and really reflective of the stage they're in their lives. And I think that's beautiful.
I think it's so beautiful.
It's really hard for me though to like talk about the Jonas Brothers, specifically like Joe and Sophie, because like when I watch them and then I talk about them, like I really realize like in a very serious way, like I'm completely in love with Joe Jonas, and like it's really hard for me because I know I'll like never marry him.
Yeah.
I'm like happy for him, and like I'm happy for my marriage too, but like I'm really in love with Joe Jonas.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Yeah, it's like, it's just like every time I talk about him and like watch him, I realize like it's beyond a crush. Like, I really love him. Like, I have feelings for him. It's like I like him, you know?
Yeah.
I don't just like him.
I understand. Okay.
And it's hard for me because like I need, and you know, I live in my own world, and I've recently come to grips with the fact like there's no like future with Joe Jonas waiting for me. Like, I need to just understand.
Honestly, anything can happen.
So true.
You can go from being on Hallmark to being royal, and you honestly, you being with Joe Jonas like is less crazy than that.
I completely agree. Wait, wow, I'm totally reinvigorated. I hope Ben does listen to today's episode. Honestly, Ben never listens. Like, I could say whatever I want on here. Like, I could literally show my butthole, and he would be like, "How was the show today?"
Yeah, anything interesting?
Actually, no, he doesn't even ask. Oh my god.
Okay, our fourth story, like, wow, switching gears in a major way, is really sad because Taylor Swift has revealed her mom, Andrea, has been diagnosed with a brain tumor. Taylor Swift revealed that her mother, Andrea Swift, who was battling breast cancer, has been diagnosed with a brain tumor. The singer, 30, made the candid revelation in her Vanity cover story in which she discusses her forthcoming Netflix documentary, Miss Americana, which will premiere at the Sundance Film Festival. I guess we're going to Sundance. Ooh. Andrea's cancer returned while the pop star was filming, explaining she was going through chemo and that's a hard enough thing for a person to go through. She added, while she was going through treatment, they found a brain tumor. And the symptoms of what a person goes through when they have a brain tumor is nothing like what we've ever been through with her cancer before. So it's just been a really hard time for us as a family.
That is fucking horrible. Like, Andrea just cannot catch a break. Not only is she going through breast cancer for the second time, she was in remission and recently was diagnosed again. Now gonna get a brain tumor. Like, oh my God. Like, that's so sad. And, you know, obviously, like, everyone's relationship with their mom is super close. But, like, Taylor Swift specifically, like, is obsessed with her mom more than the average 30-year-old. And I just really feel really sad about this. And it makes me, like, not want to watch a documentary because I don't want to cry.
Yeah, no, it seems like it's going to be a heavy documentary because she's on the cover of Variety. I only saw the cover from Snitch's Instagram story. She's talking about new music, politics. It's like a big cover, and then the documentary looks major.
Yeah.
The cover art like came out. It's perfection.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you and Margot. I'm also excited for myself.
You know, she never talks about her mom, so I am glad that, like, she's, like, opening up. But at the same time, I hate that people celebrities specifically, feel like they have to talk about this stuff. Like, I totally am Taylor Swift's #1 fan. I want to be inside her vagina at all times. But, like, I'm okay not knowing this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think maybe she would have kept it to herself, but they did happen to be filming, and so she's addressing it. But the fact that she, you know, takes her time to talk about these things, like, in her own time, I think it's nice, and it gives her time to process
And people
things.
give her respect. Like, they give her, like, their space.
Totally. And it really just goes to show you never know what people are going through. Like,
so true.
At the, you know, the peak of your career, like, you just never know.
True. True Jackson VP.
Speaking of you never know what people are going through, our fifth and final story is celebrity news. Meghan King Edmonds is making the headlines. Have you heard this news yet?
I've been seeing her, like, all over the place, and as much as I want to, like, empathize with her, she really annoys me.
Okay, I understand, but this story is just too crazy to ignore.
About the woman with the threesome?
Yeah, Meghan King Edmonds says her ex, Jim Edmonds, is dating a woman they had a threesome with.
Okay. Now,
the woman, and just to give you the context, by the way, Meghan King Edmonds started a podcast, which is how this is making
so
news.
happy for her.
Love a little podcast news. When they got married, and Jim, like, has had this, like, you know, he's obviously, you know, big swinging dick and has this past, and so she wanted to, you know, do
embrace
something.
That.
Yeah, and he wanted a threesome, and so she said okay, and they found one of her friends who she felt really comfortable having the
Meghan's
threesome.
friend.
Meghan's friend.
Oh.
And she said they only had the threesome once, but, like, after that, like, she felt like something was off, and that, like, she was the outsider when it came to the two of them. And now they're dating. They were just in Cabo for his birthday. I did not see them. I didn't know I should be looking for them. I probably could have seen them.
I mean, first rule I've heard of having a threesome is you're never supposed to do it with someone you know. Like, you're supposed to never see the person again. So to me, this is just, like, a huge mistake on both of their parts. Not that I'm putting blame, but, like, it is both of their faults. Two, I don't know. So hard for me to not just, like, blame the woman here, because I want to be a woman who supports other women. But, like, what are you doing?
Well, what Meghan
inviting
is
another
saying,
woman into your bed, and then, like, when you know the type of husband you have and his past, and then also bringing, like, a hot young nanny. Like, I just
the nanny.
I just think, you know, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think she was fine with the threesome, but now what's, like, hard for her is that they're dating, and that her friend, who was her friend, like, didn't tell her that she was about to embark on a journey, like, with her ex-husband.
No, I know, but it's
like we're so far past that. Like,
I know. Like, it's just so silly.
We're so far past
your husband. Now you're worried about her telling you.
We're
like,
so far past, like, common decency.
It's just is like, I can't even comment on this or, like, give advice because I can't relate to this whatsoever. You know?
Yeah.
It's
and
just
also,
a lot.
it's not like when they were together, he was the picture of the perfect person, perfect husband. Like, I feel like so many other people, like, saw it coming. And yes, what we see on TV isn't always the reality. But it's like, I feel like for so long she ignored all of his bad qualities, and now it's like it's all coming out. It's like, this isn't surprising.
Yeah, no, and it's like,
it was such a piece of shit to her.
If we know what type of guy Jim Edmonds is, I have to assume his wife did, you know? Yeah. And it's like, if I could see this coming, I think you could have seen it too.
Oh, but it's just a shame that, like, the most interesting era of her life, like, where she's been in the news now more than ever, like, she's not a housewife, you know? And we had to put up with, like, the boring years, except that she did solve the Brooks cancer situation.
True. She predicted it.
And that will always be her legacy.
I wonder if she'll make a return, because she moved to St. Louis because of Jim, so... And he's taking the house. So is she going to move back?
I think it's a possibility.
I would honestly be down for it.
I liked her as a housewife.
She was on this most recent season for a minute on the train.
Yeah, and she wore that jumpsuit.
She looks great.
And she wore the hat.
Yeah.
You know, the blogger hat.
The conductor hat.
Yeah. So you never know. Anything can happen.
If you just believe.
Okay, we're going to get to Camp Toast questions. Is there anything else that we just wanted to chat about? Anything that you watched or that you did?
No, I didn't watch The Bachelor, and I don't think I'm going to watch Vanderpump Rules. Like, I'm on a really strict, like, 7 p.m. bedtime. And I'm putting me first. You know, I'm listening to the bloggers. Self-care is so important.
So important.
So I think that I'm just going to, like, lead with love this week and see where that takes me. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yes.
Should we jump into the Camp Toast?
I'm ready. I've got the questions pulled up.
Okay, well,
let's go.
Before we jump into our Camp Toast Q&A, if you have any questions, head over to our Instagram story. This segment is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. It's a new year, the perfect opportunity to take your business to the next level by hiring the right people. But finding qualified candidates can be challenging. ZipRecruiter.com/toast makes it easy. They send your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards, but they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. As an application comes in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. They're so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. Right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/toast. That's ZipRecruiter.com/toast, T-O-A-S-T. ZipRecruiter.com/toast. Check it out. New year. You want to keep growing your team, but you need the right tools to keep hiring and streamlining your efficient business. That's where ZipRecruiter.com/toast comes in.
Sign on Zip Amazing. Okay,
Wow, we love that.
We have a lot of really great questions.
I love great questions. Sorry.
Running the gamut from everything that's logistical, but also like emotional. A lot of people asking about age, like, am I too old to come if I'm 30? No, there is
30?
absolutely no, like I'm 30. There's no age maximum, but there is an age minimum. You have to be 21 plus because otherwise.
And that's like, there are no rules at Camp Toast, but that is the only and most enforced rule.
Yes.
Don't try to come with a fake ID.
Don't try to come with a fake ID. Like, it'll just be so bad for you. And like, you'll have to go home and like, you won't have a flight. And I mean, that hasn't happened yet, but like, don't even try it. It's not happening like at all. Is it lame if a toasty mama wants to come to camp? No, like leave the bebe at home.
Yeah, no, and we've also been saying...
Unless your bebe is 21 plus.
Oh, I thought you meant like a girl and her mom.
Oh, no.
Because I've been saying we should have a mom bunk.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
No, but like if you are our mom, like come.
If you are a mom, you want to bring your mom,
there's
mom's
absolutely
welcome.
like, I feel like the median age at camp anyway is
35.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not less than 30.
No, people think it's like drunk teenagers running around. It's actually not. It's mature women having meaningful conversations.
Yeah. How long is camp? Camp is Memorial Day weekend. It starts on Friday afternoon and it ends on Monday morning. And it's just like the best weekend of your life.
So built into the price of your ticket is lodging for Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, meals, alcohol, beer and wine throughout the day.
All you can eat, all you can drink, all the fun you can have, all the friends you can have, all the steamy vibes you can have. It's just all there. Like the minute you set foot, you can, if you have a car, you can go places if you wanted to, but you never need to leave and you never need to buy anything once you're there.
Yeah, there's a coffee bar every morning.
There's a corn stand.
Yeah, there's an endless supply of snacks because I'm there and that's literally my job.
Totally. Is it weird if I go by myself? LOL. Not at all. And I actually think the people who have the best time and get the most out of camp are people who go by themselves and put themselves out there. And like, it's nice to go with a friend to have someone to lean on, but when you really like just throw yourself into it, I think that's when you get the most out of camp.
I think that's the question we get the most about camp. Like, is it weird to go alone? And I can't stress enough like how much better it is to go alone.
Yeah.
I think obviously like having a crutch of a friend is always great.
I think the risk reward is just like, it's higher.
Yeah, as an adult it's rare you find yourself in certain like social situations where you need to like make new friends and like get out of your comfort zone, and those are really good like social skills to have, and I think Camp Toast can be great for that.
How are bunks determined? So when you buy your ticket today, there's a few questions that we ask you. One of them is if there's any toasters that you want to bunk with. You can request people.
Or don't want to bunk with.
Yeah, that too. You can request people that you want to bunk with and we'll put you in a bunk with them. Or if you're coming alone and you don't know anyone, we'll put you in a bunk like based on like stalking you and maybe figuring out who you might be friends with. That's what we did
the first year. Before we like knew anyone, we were looking up like where people lived. We did like a southern bunk. There was like, so many people from Alabama. We threw them all in one bunk.
Like people who were moms, we put them in a bunk. Turns out none of them are moms. I guess all their pictures were just with their nieces and nephews.
Yeah, I'm glad. I remember Jackie and I sitting
but they
in our
won
bunk,
best
like
bunk.
stalking everyone just like trying to find like a common thread between like all these
Yeah.
random people from like Albuquerque to Pittsburgh. Like it was really funny.
Yeah.
But now this year we do it a little bit more streamlined because so many people are returning campers.
Yeah.
So there's like returning campers bunk. There's new bunks you can request if you come with a friend. You want to be with a certain group of people. Also, there's enough spacing that especially for the male campers, you can get your own bunk if you want.
Yeah, and if you wanted to come like with your boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, and the two of you wanted your own bunk, we could accommodate that. That
Yeah.
hasn't happened yet. Someone asked if they're coming with their GBF, can he be in the bunk with her? And we could also give the two of you
Your own bunk.
Also, if you are
Ooh,
someone
that
who,
sounds so fun.
if you want your own bunk, like some people, have sleep
Apnea.
sleepwalking, sleep farting, you can have your own bunk.
Yeah, so the camps technically holds like 650 people, but we're maxing at 300. We don't want it to be too crowded, and then that gives us extra bunks.
Yes, exactly. How much is it? Camp is $680 before taxes and fees, but that $680 gets you everything that you need.
Yeah, it gives you a bunk for the weekend, food, alcohol. I saw a lot of questions about the bunk, like how much stuff can you bring, and I just want to recommend. Last year, so many people like just went to Walmart or Target before camp and got like cheap egg crates, blankets, pillows, because it makes the bed so much more comfortable. And then we all left them and donated them. Everyone kind of dropped off their bedding at the office, and then the campgrounds donated to like a local shelter, which I thought was really cool. So you can spend like an extra $30 on bedding, and then it's a donation.
Yeah. There are beds with mattresses. Full disclosure, like they're not the most comfortable beds in the world, but you can make them. I made my bed pretty comfortable last year, and it made the biggest difference. The year before, I literally needed a cane after camp. I couldn't walk.
But I got an egg crate from Target. I got a little blanket, a little down comforter, got myself a fan. I sweat in my sleep. It was good stuff.
Is it vegetarian friendly? I mean, yes, like I eat vegetarian at camp, and there's more than enough food. There's a lot of different options.
Yeah.
Will there be White Claw this year? No, it is beer and wine only, and that is for your benefit, you guys.
Yeah, it's for your safety. You just trust. Like everyone is very happy that there's no tequila and vodka. Like the bar opens at 12, so I think it's just beer and wine for you guys. I think you're going to be
It's
just
only
fine.
beer and wine, and you'll thank us when you get there.
Yeah.
What's the best way to get there? So if you live in the tri-state area, the best way to get there is to drive. There is parking on site. It's about $25 or $30 a day, and then you have a car if you need to go anywhere, or you can fly in. There's a lot of surrounding airports that are in the ticket information, and they'll be in your confirmation email. And also like carpooling with fellow campers. A lot of people get really creative. Some people drive up together. Some people will maybe know
Have a toaster pick them up from the airport and then drive.
So also once you get your ticket, you'll get the link to the Facebook group for Camp Toast 3, and like so you can spend the next 4 months talking to other toasters and like figuring out, maybe some of you live near each other.
That's where plans are made.
That's where plans are made.
I'm so excited. I love when the group like starts to come together.
Where did the idea for Camp Toast originate?
It originated on the toast.
It originated on the toast, and I think I tracked it back to when we were in Nashville and we went out after our show with a bunch of toasters, and we were like, it felt like camp.
Yeah.
And we were so hungover that we were just like being weird, and I was like, but what if we did a camp?
It's so fun.
And then I was like, no, I'm gonna call Howard. Like we could do it.
Call
and then
Howard.
It was something that was a possibility, so we just kept going.
I can't believe that first one. Like that was the most nervous I've ever been.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
was
how many
probably
people are gonna die?
the craziest thing we've ever done, for sure. A lot of similar questions. There's no such thing as too old to go. I just can't stress that enough.
We had ranging from 21 to 53 the last few summers.
Can you buy 2 tickets wanting to purchase for you and a friend? Yes, you can buy 2 tickets. Ooh, will anything be different from years prior? Yeah, a few like scheduling differences will be different.
Right. We've spoken about how like there hasn't been like a formal meet and greet, which I think we didn't do because it sounded so conceited, but so many people were like spending the whole weekend with us and actually never even got a picture. So just to set aside like a little bit amount of time, make sure everyone gets like a premium ring light photo, just to get that out of the way.
Yeah. So that you don't have to like worry about scheduling it in for yourself.
I think we'll definitely shift up the schedule a little bit.
It will also depend on the weather, but we also have a few things that we're trying to get done. But obviously, we don't count our chickens before they hatch, but we have some exciting things in development.
It's going to be really good, you guys.
Yeah. Also, the way we're going to do bunking this year is going to be a little different. I mean, it's going to be a little bit better and more efficient.
Yeah, more efficient, for sure.
But
the bunking is also very laissez-faire. Like if you're in a bunk and you're not feeling it, just pack your bags and go.
Each bunk will have like a few open beds in it. So if you want to leave a bunk or join a bunk, there will be a bed for flexibility, like you're not our prisoners. Go where you want to go.
Each bunk, I think, holds like 8 to 10 people, and we never put more than 6. So there's a free bed.
Is the prestigious Dr. Theodore Fitzchemin going to be there? Yes, he will be manning the infirmary. It's important to have a doctor on site. I think Theo was the absolute best part of Camp Toast too.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like a lot of work. Maybe I'll bring like his walker, who's like Theo's best friend. So we could just like man Theo the whole weekend.
But we're going to go with our friends, and they did a great job.
Yeah,
of
no, everyone
out.
was really all
I feel
hands on
like
deck. And you know what was great was that the camp has a dog, and he hangs out in the office, and he has so many toys and treats, and so Theo had someone to play with, and I could leave him in the office like when we were busy.
It was so amazing.
Theo just like loves to be, you know, in the greener pastures, and that's exactly what camp is. So much grass. Oh, also, if you haven't checked out our YouTube video of our Camp Toast recap from last summer, check it out. It's so good.
Yeah.
It really gives you a feel for what's going to happen.
People ask about if there's ever going to be camp in the Northwest. Like, literally, we have absolutely no plans to do that. I don't even know where we would start. Like, this is it as far as Camp Toast goes.
I get so, every time I do a meet and greet, like, when is West Coast Camp Toast? And as much as I would love it just because it rhymes, I don't think it would be good.
It's just not in, like, any
cards.
sort of plans that we have. So if you are interested in coming to Camp Toast, like, now is your chance. It's going to be so much fun. Tickets available 12 o'clock, patreon.com/themorningtoast.
They will have a password.
Yeah, the website is password protected. So Patreon members will get the password at 12 o'clock. Everyone else will get it tomorrow. It's pretty niche.
Very exciting.
Password, so.
Pretty niche, yeah. I don't know if you guys can guess that.
I don't know.
All right, so Camp Toast, 12 o'clock Eastern time. So that's in about 30 minutes. What time is it?
In 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes. Check it out. Thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. So check us out. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts, and leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. We love you guys so much. Have an amazing day.
Bye.